Benny Johnson is trending. Yeah. Now he's being dragged all over Twitter, but I want to talk about it, and I want to thank Benny Johnson. Benny Johnson is trending because he went on a disgusting racist rant regarding Jasmine Crockett and Black women's contributions to the United States of America. Yeah, he insinuated that Black women have made no contributions to our society or humanity as a whole. Now, we all know that is not true. A simple Google search will tell you that, right? There wasn't many of us, but there were quite a few who stepped up to the plate and made the United States better, right? But that's not Benny Johnson's job. Benny Johnson's job is not to highlight Black women, Black people in a positive light. But in going on that racist rant of his, he brought truth to American history. And I think he's so ignorant, he's so dumb, he doesn't realize that he did it. Here's what Benny Johnson said.
Jasmine Crockett says America owes Black women everything. Everything.
Whether it's an invention that she made. This 4th of July, I say celebrate a Black woman that you know. Because whether it's an invention that she made, or whether it's the very democracy that still hangs by a thread right now, there is a Black woman to thank for her contributions.
Really? Oh, interesting. What inventions? Go. So, I need to get back. I need to get back in these little reporter lines. Okay, quick, Jasmine Crockett, right now. Name of invention from Black woman. Go. You want to watch a head explode on it? Name an invention from go. Name. I want a name. Okay, I need a name of a single Black woman that had something to do with America's founding. Go. I mean, I can think of didn't Thomas Jefferson have half his family with out of wedlock with the slaves? I think isn't that historic? Anyway, that's as close as I can get. That's as close as I can get. I don't know, right? Okay, Jasmine Crockett's the one who's making these absurd arguments. So why don't you back them up? If you're telling us to thank Black women for inventions, then and for America's founding, name them. Why don't you go first? You name the Black women. Go. I wish I was at, I don't know what she's at. It looks like some type of conference, right? Please, I need to go work these lines again just so that I can ask the follow-up question. American history based on Jasmine Crockett.
First, I have to state the obvious. He says he needs to go back to working in these types of venues again so he can ask the follow-up questions, as if Jasmine Crockett would give him the time of day. She would never give him the time of day. Why? Because the likes of Benny Johnson is beneath her. Any woman of class, of substance, self-confident, knows who she is, they will never give Benny Johnson the time of day. Anywho, did y'all pick up on it? Did y'all pick up on the truth that Benny Johnson stated about American history, Black history? Like I said, I'm pretty sure he didn't realize it. This is the part of history that they are working hard to suppress, that they are working hard to whitewash. They want it to disappear. They don't want the world to know the debauchery, the barbarism, the savagery of their ancestors. And yet, Benny Johnson freely admitted how debaucherous, how savage his ancestors were to Black women who were enslaved by his ancestors.
I can think of didn't Thomas Jefferson have half his family with out of wedlock with the slaves, I think. Isn't that historic? Anyway, that's like as close as I can.
What Benny Johnson is so disgustingly and crudely alluding to is the relationship between Thomas Jefferson, one of the United States' forefathers, and his relationship, or lack thereof, to an enslaved girl by the name of Sally Hemings. Sally Hemings was 14 years old when Thomas Jefferson raped her. Couldn't have been a consensual relationship. She was enslaved. She didn't have a say in the matter. So Thomas Jefferson raped this 14-year-old slave girl by the name of Sally Hemings, raped her repeatedly, brought her into the main house so he can rape her whenever he wanted to. They had 6 children together. And this is just one of the stories in American history, in Black history, that the likes of Benny Johnson, Republican candidates, Donald Trump, Republican politicians, Republicans, Christian nationalists all over the United States. These are the stories that they are trying to whitewash, that they are trying to remove from American history. But Benny Johnson just admitted it, that this is real, and acknowledged this story in the racist rant that he tried to go on about Jasmine Crockett and Black women's contributions to the United States. Let's talk about Black women and their inventions and the contributions that they have provided to the United States of America. Like I said, a simple Google search will bring up several different Black women who have inventions and have contributed to this society. But that's not Benny Johnson's goal. Benny Johnson's goal is to enrage Black women, number one, and number two, it's to dehumanize and disrespect Jasmine Crockett. This right here is Marie Von Britten Brown. She was an American nurse and inventor whose work helped establish the foundations of modern residential security technology, best known for co-inventing one of the first home video security systems in the 1960s. She is widely recognized as a pioneer whose ideas anticipated features now common in CCTV systems, video doorbells, smart locks, and home monitoring networks. Her most significant achievement was the development of a home security system with her husband, Albert Brown. Their design combined several technologies into a single system: a movable camera, multiple peepholes positioned at different heights, a television monitor, a two-way audio communication, and a remote-controlled door lock, and an emergency alarm. They filed a patent application in 1966, and the U.S. patent 3,482,037 was granted in 1969. So, the next time someone rings your doorbell and you look at your phone to see who's standing at your door and you ask them through that little speaker system, how can you help them? That started with Marie Van Britten Brown, a Black woman. This is Patricia Bath, another Black woman who has made a huge contribution to our society here in the United States. A simple Google search will bring all of this information right there on your cell phone. Patricia was an American ophthalmologist, inventor, educator, and public health advocate, best known for advancing cataract treatment and expanding access to eye care. She became a pioneer a pioneering figure in medicine through both her technological innovations and her efforts to address preventable blindness in underserved communities. Patricia's major contribution, she is most widely recognized for inventing the laser phaco probe, a device that uses laser technology to help remove cataracts more precisely. The invention was patented in 1988 and contributed to improvements in cataract surgery that helped restore or improve visions for millions of patients worldwide. Her patent made her the first African American woman physician in the United States to receive a medical patent. Now I'm clear. Benny Johnson's whole goal is to rage bait and discredit and dehumanize and demoralize Black women and Jasmine Crockett. But why not take the opportunity to educate all of you that are following me? And if Benny Johnson comes across my video, maybe he can get educated too. But he's educated. He knows the contributions that Black women have made to this society to make it better. This is Marion Croak. Let's talk about her contributions and what she invented. Marion Croak is an American engineer and inventor whose work helped make voice over internet protocol practical at a large scale and led to the development of text-to-donate technology. Her innovations have shaped modern internet communications, and she has earned more than 200 U.S. patents while holding senior engineering leadership roles at AT&T and Google. Marion Croak began her career at Bell Labs in 1982, later working at AT&T, where she helped pioneer methods for carrying voice traffic reliability over internet networks rather than traditional telephone lines. That work contributed to the technologies underlying today's internet calling, video conferencing, and many online communication platforms. In 2014, she joined Google, where she has led engineering organizations focused on site reliability, responsible AI, and human-centered technology. Her work made it possible to transmit high-quality voice communications over internet infrastructure, a capability that became essential to remote work, online meetings, and internet-based phone services. She also invented text-to-donate technology after recognizing how mobile messaging could speed charitable giving during disaster. The system was first widely used following Hurricane Katrina and later helped raise millions of dollars after the 2010 Haiti earthquake. Marion was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2022 in recognition of her contributions to communications technology. She is also a member of the National Academy of Engineering and the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. In 2023, the United States Patent and Trademark Office renamed its Visiting Scholars Program in her honor, recognizing both her technical achievements and her advocacy for inclusive innovation. But we all know what Benny Johnson's goal was, right? Let's keep going. This is Bessie Blount Griffin. I love it when they have the photographs of the inventor as they are actually in the midst of doing the work. I love it. Bessie was an American physical therapist, inventor, and forensic document examiner whose work focused on restoring independence for people with disabilities. She is best known for creating assistive devices for amputees after World War II, and later becoming a pioneer in forensic handwriting and document analysis. While treating amputees after World War II, Blount developed an electronic self-feeding device that allowed patients to feed themselves by biting on a tube to trigger each bite of food. She also patented a portable receptacle support and later created a disposable emesis basin after receiving little support from the United States Veterans Administration. She transferred rights to some of her inventions to the French government, where they were put into use in military hospitals. Her work helped establish early principles of modern assistive technology aimed at increasing independence rather than dependence on caregivers. You see, Benny Johnson, back during those times, during the height of racism and dehumanization of Black people, the United States wanted nothing to do with all of the innovations, the inventions, and the ideas that Black people had to bring to this society to make it better. They dismissed Black people. And during World War II, imagine how it was back during Sally Hemings' days. Yeah. So you can play in somebody else's face. One of the most prominent things that Black women did back during the founders era was feed you degenerates. Yeah, because your mothers thought they were too good to feed you themselves. So it was slaves like Sally Hemings who nursed you degenerates. Yeah. Anywho, there are several more that you guys can go out there onto Google and read up on these phenomenal Black women and all of their inventions and their contributions to this society. But Benny Johnson, now that I've given a Black history lesson into some of these phenomenal Black women, let's talk about you, Benny Johnson. I have not forgotten about your contributions to this society, what you are most known for here in the United States. You see, Benny, I remember the viral news story that came out during Joe Biden's presidency about you taking money from Russian operatives. Yeah, I will never forget it. This is your contribution to our society, Benny. You were getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars from Russian operatives to spread lies and misinformation. You are part of the reason as to why this society is currently fucked up right now, Benny Johnson. That is your contribution to this society. It was you, it was Tim Pool, it was Dave Rubin, and it was somebody else. Y'all were getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, when the story came out and it went viral, of course, you went over to your Twitter account to say that you had no idea that hundreds of thousands of dollars that you were being paid came from the Russians. Yeah. That was your claim. But I don't believe you. For all of you who did not know this, here's a synopsis of what went down. According to a U.S. Justice Department indictment, employees of the Russian state media network RT funneled nearly $10 million to a Tennessee-based company, Tenet Media. The company then used these funds to pay prominent right-wing commentators, including Benny Johnson, to create content. Yeah, Benny Johnson, that's you, but there's more about you. Didn't you work for BuzzFeed and you got fired for plagiarism? Yes, that's you, Benny Johnson. BuzzFeed writer Benny Johnson fired for plagiarism. You see, what happened was you were working, stealing other people's contents, putting it into your articles, and people out there who were reading your work said, dog, I just saw this in another article. And so they started complaining. And so BuzzFeed had to do an investigation. And the results of that investigation found that you had plagiarized other people's work 41 different times. And so as a result, they fired you for stealing other people's work, for plagiarism. That's you, Benny Johnson. This is another contribution to our society that you have made. So you're working with the Russians, being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, according to the U.S. Justice Department. And then you went to steal other people's work and got paid for that work, putting that work into your own work and got paid for it. That is your contributions to this society, Benny Johnson. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about the rumors, Benny Johnson, because Ashley has been on your head.
Has Benny Johnson had sexual contact with men?
It's an open secret out there in those political streets, Benny. Do you have sex with men while you're married to a woman? Inquiring minds want to know. And the reason why Ashley brings up and asks, why hasn't Benny sued Milo Yiannopoulos? Because this is what Milo said.
One of the most distinctive things about the right wing in this country is its homosexual overtones. Benny Johnson posts pictures of his children every 2 days. It's weird. And everybody knows what went on with Benny Johnson in those lobbies and in those hotel rooms at SAS. Everybody knows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Men, younger men, not underage. At least I don't know that. His wife was crying drunk in the lobby 3 SASs in a row about how her husband was upstairs with boys.
Come on.
But go ask her.
Come on.
Go ask her.
Come on, Milo.
Go ask her.
Milo, aren't you ever scared of getting sued? You say I'm sitting here like I am humbled by the lore and your ability.
The audacity,
there's no teapots in this room right now to express how I feel.
George, I have said these things about people for 20 years and never once in my career been sued. I've issued 3 corrections in my entire journalistic career because I get my facts right and people know that they do not want to go through discovery.
Actually, I want to say this.
I've never been sued for anything I've ever said about anyone.
The one thing I need to say this.
Because I'm right.
The most terrifying thing about Milo is that he knows all your secrets. I know, he knows everybody's lore. Trust me. I am terrified of Milo. I will never cross Milo. Milo is the one person that people say, like, why are you friends with him? Bitch knows too much.
I can't afford not to be.
You want to be his enemy?
He knows too much.
Nobody wants to be his enemy.
Do not cross this dude. It's not worth it.
I was going to say, Benny told you what? Did he get the dick out of his mouth long enough?
Oh my God, Milo, you can't say these
Yes,
things.
I can because it's real and it's true.
Milo, stop.
You can't say it because
George,
you want to maintain your friendships. I can say it because I
sounds
care
like
him
you've never
about
met
what's real.
Milo.
I'm trying to help him.
I'm not helping.
Okay,
I think you'll be fine.
Guys.
You can't even help you.
Crank
You just came out of jail. I don't need tips from you about life.
Let's turn the volume from 11 to at least 10.
Yes.
But I want to say this.
I will just say,
when we were talking about how there's people who come to me and they say, Tim, we'll be the guardrails for you and you'll be the biggest.
Faggotized.
What they're really saying is, Tim, when you catch someone at a convention doing blow,
Don't say the drugs. Don't say the gay sex. Don't say the bad stuff because we've made an investment in that. That's an asset of ours.
Agreed.
And we want to protect it.
Yep.
Benny Johnson.
Well, I'm not saying anything about
Put your queen.
I'm just
crown
saying.
back on, queen. It's a king crown, actually.
Now, I know some of y'all are out there like, Tabitha, why are we talking about Benny Johnson? He's just a right-wing troll. Let's not bring attention to him. No, he's not just a right-wing troll. Benny Johnson is in Republican politicians' circles. And I found these pictures just from a simple Google search. This is Benny Johnson with Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds is running for governor of Florida. This is Benny Johnson with Speaker Mike Johnson. This is Benny Johnson with J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance. This is Benny Johnson with Governor Greg Abbott. This is Benny Johnson with Eric Trump, the son of the President of the United States. Benny Johnson with Eric Trump and Laura Trump on a private jet somewhere. And Benny Johnson is also connected to Turning Point USA. And this is Benny Johnson speaking at the Heritage Foundation. Benny Johnson, from time to time, is also sitting in the press room up there with Caroline Levitt. So Benny Johnson is not some ignored, harmless, racist troll out there on the internet. He's racist, he's dangerous, and he has access to policymakers. But thank you, Benny Johnson, for stating the fact about the debauchery and the savagery and the cruelty of your ancestors. Thank you for legitimizing American history. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Put it down in the comments.
Jasmine Crockett says America owes black women everything. Everything.
Whether it's an invention that she made, or this 4th of July, I say celebrate a black woman that you know, because whether it's an invention that she made, or whether it's the very democracy that still hangs by a thread right now, there is a black woman to thank for her contributions.
Really? Oh, interesting. What inventions? Go. So, like, I need to get back. I need to get back like in these little reporter lines. Okay, quick, Jasmine Crockett, right now. Name of invention from black woman. Go. You want to watch a head explode on name an invention from go. Name. I want a name. Okay, I need a name of a single black woman that had something to do with America's founding. Go. I mean, I can think of like, didn't Thomas Jefferson have like half his family like with out of wedlock with the slaves? I think isn't that historic? Anyway, that's like as close as I can get. That's as close as I can get. I don't know, right? Like, okay, like Jasmine Crockett's the one who's making these absurd arguments. So why don't you back them up? Like, if you're telling us to thank black women for inventions, then and for America's founding, name them. Why don't you go first? You name the black women. Go. I wish I was at, I don't know what she's at. It looks like some type of like conference, right? Like, please, I need to go work these like lines again just so that I can ask the follow-up question. American history based on Jasmine Crockett. There you go.